Hi and welcome to Food with Chetna. Today I'm making a lovely, simple, all-in-one cake mix, the kind of cakes I like. And this one's a orange cinnamon and hazelnut cake. And for this I'm going to be using a bundt tin. So I'm going to start with 220 grams of unsalted softened butter. And I've got 200 grams of golden caster sugar. To this I'm going to add 4 large eggs and a quarter of a teaspoon of baking powder. Here I've got 220 grams of self-raising flour, which I'll just chuck it in, and 50 grams of ground almonds. And the last thing the sponge needs is zest of 2 oranges to give it the lovely orange flavor. I've got a very sweet tooth, so I love eating cakes. But what I really like is cakes that are quick and easy to make, and I don't need too much planning and too much time. So this one is really good because I just put all the ingredients together and it's still got amazing flavors combined. So I'm going to whisk this for 2 minutes. So while the mix is getting ready, I've got the bundt cake tin. Now if you don't have a bundt cake tin, that's absolutely fine. You can just use a 10-inch round cake tin or a 10-inch square cake tin, whatever you like. And you can just butter it properly, but I like to just spray it with a cake release spray, which makes it slightly easier. So the cake mix is ready now. It's fantastic. It's just the right consistency, very fluffy, which will make the sponge all nice and light. Now I have got 60 grams of soft brown sugar here, and I have got 60 grams of chopped hazelnuts, and I've got 2 tablespoons of cinnamon powder. Now the difference in this sponge is that instead of adding these flavors in the main sponge, we are going to actually layer it in the cakes. So I'll show you how. So we give this a good mix. So I'll just take the cake mix, which you can see is lovely and smooth and fluffy, and I'm going to just put a thin layer of this mix in the bottom of the tin. Just spread it, and this lovely hazelnut cinnamon mix that you have here with the sugar, you're just going to sprinkle it on the cake mix. It can go on the side because if you think that once the cake's risen, you will be able to see a little bit of hazelnut coming out from the side. Once you've done that, just put the rest of the mix quite gently so it doesn't disturb the cinnamon layer. Now once you've got all of that in, you'll just quite gently, without disturbing the layers, just cover all the sugar and cinnamon. Right, so the cake's going to go in the oven at 180°C for 40 to 45 minutes. I'm going to check it at 45 minutes if the skewer comes out clean, otherwise I'll leave it for another 5 minutes. So the cake's out and I've left it to cool for 10 minutes before I've removed it from the tin, and all it needs is a sprinkling of icing sugar. That just smells absolutely amazing. Look, it's got this hazelnut cinnamon sugar mix running through the cake, and it's got this really lovely orangey color in the sponge, which is the orange zest. That is beautiful. I'm very sure that once you've made this sponge, this cake is definitely going to become one of your family favorites. So do give this a go because this is a very quick, fail-proof recipe. Don't forget to subscribe. Have you subscribed yet? Go on, subscribe and come back next week for more exciting recipes. And thanks for joining today.